Welcome, creators and leaders. In a world where the noise never stops and trends come and go in the blink of an eye, you've chosen to tune in to something deeper. Here, we're not just chasing numbers, we're building something that lasts, something called legacy. Today's message might challenge the way you think about your platform, your voice, and your purpose. It's all about legacy over likes. Why impact matters more than attention. If you've ever felt like what you have to say is getting lost in the endless scroll of social media, this is your moment. Stay with me. This one's for you. Take a look around. Open your favorite app, and what do you see? People chasing views, likes, and shares, transforming moments into viral stunts, and celebrating numbers as if they're the measure of real worth. Attention has become the new currency, and the rush to go viral is stronger than ever. But in this race, there's a question we often forget to ask. Does this actually matter? Is what we're seeing and posting building something that will last? Or is it just more noise in an already noisy world? Let's be clear. Attention isn't a bad thing. In fact, sometimes it's necessary. But attention without intention is empty. It's a flame that burns bright for a moment and then fizzles out, leaving nothing behind but a memory of what could have been. That's why, on this channel, we go beyond what's trending. We focus on what's true, what's timeless, and what leaves an impact that echoes long after the likes have disappeared. Here's the truth that so many overlook. Popularity is rented. Purpose is rooted. You can be at the top of the trending page today and forgotten tomorrow. Viral fame disappears in 24 hours. But real impact? Impact echoes through generation. Think about people like Chadwick Boseman. He had every opportunity to chase the spotlight, but instead, he chose roles and messages that uplifted a generation, even while privately battling cancer. Or Fred Rogers, who didn't need flashy graphics or wild stunts. His quiet, consistent message of kindness and empathy changed millions of lives. Or Dr. Miles Monroe, who lived to teach, empower, and inspire long before YouTube or TikTok ever existed. These people didn't just collect followers. They left footprints. They showed us that legacy isn't about being seen by everyone. It's about being remembered by someone for something meaningful. Now, maybe you're thinking, but I don't have millions of followers. How can I make a difference? Let me tell you something powerful. You don't need 1 million followers to create a ripple effect. You just need a message that matters. You just need to show up with truth, courage, and consistency. Here on this channel, we're a small but mighty community. And the impact? It's real. We've heard from young leaders who found their voice, from new creators who almost gave up, from discouraged dreamers who said, "Your message gave me hope." That's legacy in action. That's what we're building. Together. It's not about how many are watching, but about who is listening and how they are changed. Building legacy means shifting your mindset from ego to impact. It's not how many people clapped. It's who am I helping? What truth am I standing for? Would this message still matter, even if no one liked it? True creators and true leaders don't just chase applause. They chase alignment. They don't create just to be seen. They create because they believe someone, somewhere, needs to see it. Ask yourself, would I still create this if no one clapped? If your answer is yes, you're walking in purpose. You're not just performing for the crowd. You're building something that will last beyond the applause, beyond the algorithms, beyond the trends. So how do you build a legacy-driven platform? Let's get practical. Here are 3 ways to shift from chasing likes to leaving legacy. First, serve first, sell second. Make your content about solving real problems and meeting real needs. Offer value first, the rest will follow. When you focus on serving, your message finds its way to the people who need it most. Second, be consistent with your message. Don't water it down just to catch the latest trend. Stand firm in your beliefs, your values, your story. People follow strength. They trust authenticity. They resonate with consistency. Third, connect deep, not just wide. Don't get caught up in the numbers game. Engage with your community, even if it's just one person at a time. One deep conversation is more powerful than 1,000 hollow likes. It's about depth, not just breadth. Remember, it's not about how many people see your work. It's about how deeply your work sees the people. Are you speaking to their needs? Are you making them feel heard, understood, valued? That's how legacy is born. If you're a creator who feels unseen, a leader who's tired of shouting into the void, let me tell you, your impact may already be bigger than you think. Maybe someone didn't like your post, but they lived because of it. Maybe someone didn't comment, but they kept going because of what you shared. Impact isn't always visible. Legacy doesn't always look like trending hashtags or viral numbers. Sometimes it's a quiet seed planted in someone's heart that grows long after you're gone. You are building something eternal, not just entertaining. So don't stop. Don't shrink. Don't settle for cheap validation. Build your voice. Build your message. And keep showing up for the few, for the one, for the many. Here, we believe in purpose before popularity. We are building a tribe of creators and leaders who value meaning over metrics. If that sounds like you, join us. Share your story. Let's grow together. And as you go, ask yourself, what kind of legacy do you want to leave? Remember, live for impact. Lead with purpose. Legacy over likes. Always. Welcome back. If you're chasing greatness, hungry for growth, and ready to unlock your true potential, you're exactly where you're meant to be. Today, let's explore the 10 powerful ways you can master self-discipline. Strategies inspired by legendary thinkers like Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, Robin Sharma, and Mel Robbins. These are more than just tips. They're tools to help you build a life you're proud of. One disciplined step at a time. Let's start with the foundation, knowing your why. Jim Rohn once said, "When the promise is clear, the price is easy." Think about that for a moment. Discipline isn't just about willpower, it's about purpose. When your reason is strong, every step forward feels lighter. So ask yourself, why do I want to be more disciplined? Is it for freedom, health, success, peace, or maybe to become the best version of yourself? Clarity of purpose is the fuel that keeps your fire burning when motivation fades. Take a few moments today to write down your top 3 reasons for wanting to be disciplined. Read them every morning. Let them anchor you when things get tough, because when you remember your why, staying on course becomes so much easier. Next, remember this. Start small. Robin Sharma reminds us, small daily improvements lead to staggering long-term results. Sometimes we think that change needs to be dramatic, that we need to overhaul our entire lives overnight. But true discipline is built on the foundation of tiny, repeatable habits. Wake up just 10 minutes earlier. Read 2 pages of a book instead of trying to finish it all in one night. Prepare 1 healthy meal a day. One good choice leads to the next, creating a ripple effect that compounds over time. Choose 1 habit. just one, that you can stick to for the next 30 days. Focus on progress, not perfection, and watch how your confidence grows with every small win. Now, let's talk about one of the simplest, most effective tools for overcoming hesitation, the 5-second rule, as taught by Mel Robbins. Here's how it works. The moment you feel yourself hesitating before doing something you know you should do, count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then move. Don't wait. Don't overthink. Act. That tiny window of hesitation is where discipline is forged or lost. The next time you catch yourself procrastinating, whether it's getting out of bed, making that important call, or starting your workout, just count down and go. Action beats anxiety every single time. Discipline also thrives when you master your time. Brian Tracy famously said, "Every minute of planning saves 10 in execution." Think about your day. Where does your time actually go? Discipline is about being intentional with your hours. Plan your day the night before. Block time for your top 3 priorities. Guard your schedule like your life depends on it, because, in a way, it does. The way you spend your time shapes the person you become. So take back control one day at a time. Of course, none of this works if you're weighed down by excuses. Jim Rohn reminds us, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's easy to blame your past, your busy schedule, or your circumstances. But the truth is, you are responsible for your direction, not your excuses. Take a sheet of paper and write down the excuses you use most often. Then, rewrite them as power statements. Instead of "I'm too busy," say "I prioritize what matters." Instead of "I've always been this way," say "I'm capable of change." Your words shape your reality. Your environment is another silent force in your journey. Robin Sharma wisely said, "Your environment is always stronger than your willpower." Take a look around. Are the people, places, and energy in your life helping you grow or holding you back? Clean your space. Remove distractions. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to be better. Curate your environment to align with your goals, and watch how much easier discipline becomes. A cornerstone of true discipline is learning to practice delayed gratification. In a world addicted to instant results, real growth happens when you choose long-term gain over short-term comfort. Whether it's resisting sugar, skipping that extra episode, or saving instead of spending, every time you choose to wait, you grow stronger. Pick one area of your life this week where you can practice saying no to immediate pleasure. It's not about deprivation. It's about building the inner strength that leads to lasting success. Visualization is another powerful tool. Your brain doesn't always know the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. So, every morning, close your eyes and see yourself as the disciplined, successful version of you. Feel it, see it, act on it. Visualization plants the seeds of belief, helping you act with confidence and intention, even on the days when motivation is low. Progress is often invisible, which is why tracking it matters. Brian Tracy said, "What gets measured gets improved. Keep a habit tracker. Journal your growth. Celebrate even the smallest wins. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Progress over perfection, always." And that brings us to a crucial mindset. Commit to consistency, not perfection. Mel Robbins reminds us, you're not supposed to be perfect, just committed. Discipline isn't about never slipping up. It's about learning, resetting, and moving forward, no matter how many times you stumble. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Get back up. Keep going. The journey to self-discipline is a marathon, not a sprint, and every step forward counts. So as you move forward, remember, discipline is not punishment. It's self-respect. You owe it to yourself to stay committed to your growth, to show up for your dreams, and to keep moving forward, even when it's hard. If you're still listening, know that you're not alone. We're building this journey together, step by step, day by day. If you found inspiration here, subscribe to our channel. Share this message with someone who needs it. Remember to stay focused, stay disciplined, and keep rising. Your best self is waiting. Go meet them.
Big dreams are exciting. They fill us with hope. They paint a picture of a better future. You might dream of writing a book, or perhaps starting a business. Maybe you want to learn a new skill or get in shape. These goals are important. They give us direction. But sometimes, these big dreams feel heavy. They can feel like a giant mountain we have to climb. The thought of all the work involved can be overwhelming. This feeling is normal. Many people feel this way. The bigger the goal, the more daunting it can seem. You look at the peak of the mountain, it seems so far away. You might start to doubt if you can even reach it. The initial excitement can fade. It can be replaced by a sense of pressure, or even fear. This is often where we get stuck. We want the result, but the journey looks too hard. But what if there was a different way? What if the path to your big dreams wasn't about giant leaps? What if it was about small, manageable steps? Each hill is easy to climb, one step, then another. This is the secret. We often see successful people. We see their big wins. We hear about their amazing achievements. It can look like they became successful overnight. One day they were unknown, the next they were on top of the world. This idea of overnight success is very appealing. It makes us think that big results can come quickly, and with little effort. But this idea is mostly a myth. It's not how real success usually happens. The truth is, big wins are rarely sudden. They are the result of small, consistent actions, taken over a long period of time. Think of a strong tree. It didn't grow tall and strong in a single night. It grew slowly, day by day. It absorbed a little sunlight. It took in a little water. These small daily inputs added up. Over years, they created a mighty oak. Success works in much the same way. It's about the daily habits. Behind every great achievement, there are countless hours of unseen work. There are tiny efforts that no one else notices. The writer who publishes a best-selling book likely wrote a little bit each day. The athlete who wins a championship probably practiced small drills tirelessly. These consistent actions build skill. They build momentum. Procrastination is a common human experience. We all put things off sometimes, even things we know are important. Why do we do this? Often it's because the task feels too big. We look at the whole project and our mind freezes. It seems like too much effort. Or, we fear failure. What if we try and don't succeed? This fear can be paralyzing. Sometimes it's perfectionism. We want to do it perfectly, so we wait for the perfect time or the perfect plan which never arrives. These feelings, being overwhelmed, fearing failure, wanting perfection, create resistance. They make it hard to start. The bigger the perceived task, the greater the resistance. So, how do we overcome this? The answer is surprisingly simple. We start small, incredibly small. So small that it feels almost effortless. So small that it's harder to do it. This is the key to breaking the grip of procrastination. It bypasses our brain's natural tendency to avoid discomfort. Think about a goal you've been putting off. Maybe it's cleaning your garage. The thought of cleaning the garage is overwhelming. So, you do nothing. Instead, try this. Decide to clear just one small shelf, or even just pick up 5 items. Section 4. The Snowball of Progress. Imagine a small snowball at the top of a snowy hill. It's tiny. It's easy to push. You give it a gentle nudge. It starts to roll. As it rolls, it picks up more snow. It gets a little bigger. It moves a little faster. The further it rolls, the more snow it collects. The bigger it gets, the more momentum it gains. Soon, that tiny snowball becomes a large, unstoppable force. This is the power of momentum. Your small actions work in the same way. Each tiny step you take is like that initial nudge. It might not seem like much at first, but when you complete one small task, it makes the next small task easier to approach. You feel a small sense of accomplishment. This positive feeling encourages you to take another step, and another. Each action builds upon the last. Slowly, you start to build momentum. This momentum is a powerful ally against procrastination. When you're stuck, the hardest part is getting started. Section 5. The magic of adding up. There's a powerful principle at work when you take small, consistent actions. It's called the compound effect. You might have heard of it in finance. If you save a small amount of money regularly, it grows over time. Not just because you're adding more money, but because the money you've already saved starts to earn interest. And then that interest earns interest. It compounds. The same magic happens with your habits and efforts. Tiny improvements, repeated daily, lead to remarkable results over the long term. Imagine improving by just 1% each day. It doesn't sound like much. A 1% improvement is barely noticeable. But if you get 1% better each day for a year, the cumulative effect is huge. You'll end up many times better than when you started. It's like those small drops of water that, over time, can carve a canyon. Consistency is the key. Consider reading just 10 pages of a book each day. It's a small commitment. It might take you 15 to 20 minutes. But if you do that every day, you'll read 3,650 pages in a year. That's about 10 to 12 average-sized books. Imagine the knowledge you could gain. Or think about exercising for just 15 minutes a day. Section 6. Real people, real steps. The world is full of stories of people who achieved great things by taking small, consistent steps. These aren't superheroes. They are ordinary people who understood the power of showing up and doing a little bit day after day. Think of a famous author. They didn't sit down and write an entire best-selling novel in one go. Most likely, they committed to writing a certain number of words or pages each day. 500 words, 1 page, 2 pages, small, achievable targets. Day after day, those pages added up. Eventually, a book was born. Consider someone who wants to learn a new language. The idea of becoming fluent can feel overwhelming. Thousands of new words, complex grammar rules. But many successful language learners start small. They might commit to studying for just 15 minutes a day, or learning 5 new vocabulary words each day. It doesn't sound like much, but those daily 15-minute sessions accumulate. Those 5 new words become hundreds, then thousands. Over time, fluency becomes a real possibility, built on a foundation of tiny, consistent efforts. Think about an entrepreneur who builds a successful business. It rarely starts with a giant launch and instant millions. More often, it begins with a small idea, then a small action researching the market, creating a simple prototype, making the first sale. Section 7. Your first tiny step forward. You've read about the power of small steps. You understand how they can help you overcome procrastination. You've seen how they build momentum and lead to big results through the compound effect. Now it's time to put this knowledge into action. The most important step is always the first one. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be taken. What is one tiny thing you can do right now or today to move towards a goal you care about? Don't overthink it. Make it incredibly small. So small that you can't say no. If you want to write 1 sentence. If you want to exercise, do 1 push-up or walk for 2 minutes. If you want to declutter, clear 1 small corner of a room. The goal here is not to achieve the entire outcome in one go. The goal is simply to start, to break the inertia, to prove to yourself that you can take action. This first tiny step is your signal. It's a signal to yourself that you are serious. It's a signal that you are choosing progress over perfection, that you are choosing action over inaction. Once you take that first step, pause and acknowledge it. You did something. That's a win. Tomorrow you can take another small step.
What if I told you that the secret to real, meaningful success starts not with a flawless plan or an unbroken streak of victories, but with learning how to fail? Not just once or twice, but often and sometimes deeply. The truth is unavoidable. Failure is not your enemy. It's not the end of the road. It is, in fact, your most honest and uncompromising teacher. When you stumble, when doors close and hopes seem dashed, you are standing at the threshold of your greatest lessons. We live in a world conditioned to fear failure as if it were a contagious disease. From our earliest days, we're taught to avoid it, to cover up our mistakes, to pretend we've never fallen short. But what if everything you've been told about failure is wrong? What if failure is not the opposite of success? What if instead, it is the very process of success? Think for a moment about the stories we celebrate. Thomas Edison, widely regarded as one of history's greatest inventors, reportedly endured over 1,000 failed attempts before he finally created the light bulb. Did he really fail 1,000 times? Or did he discover 1,000 ways that didn't work, each one guiding him closer to the one that did? In Edison's own words, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That isn't failure, it's data, it's clarity, it's grit forged in the fires of adversity. Now, consider the journeys of icons like Oprah Winfrey and J.K. Rowling. Both faced rejection, setbacks, and moments when the world told them no. Yet what others saw as failure, they recognized as redirection, a necessary detour on the path to something greater. In reality, every so-called failure was a stepping stone, shaping them for the breakthroughs yet to come. So it's time to redefine failure in your own life. It's not rejection, it's redirection. It's not a dead end. It's a detour guiding you to what you're truly meant to achieve. The pain of falling short is not a verdict on your worth. It is a lesson, a nudge, a whisper that says, try again. But this time, try differently. But why, you might ask, must you learn how to fail? Because if you don't, you'll never know how to truly succeed. Playing it safe, sticking only to what you already know you can do, will rob you of the invaluable lessons you can only learn when you fall. It's in the arena of setbacks and stumbles that you discover your true capacity. Failure humbles you. It reveals your blind spots and exposes your weaknesses, but it also uncovers your hidden strengths. It teaches resilience, not as a concept, but as a lived experience. When you've been knocked down and rise again, you gain the kind of confidence that can't be shaken by mere words or fleeting praise. Every failure sharpens your vision. Every no you hear builds the strength of your inner yes. Every closed door doesn't just shut you out. It hands you the keys to persistence, creativity, and eventual triumph. The most courageous people you know, the champions, the innovators, the leaders, are not those who never failed, but those who learn to use their failures as fuel. So, how do you fail the right way? If you're going to fail, fail forward. Fail smart. Fail with purpose and intention, because there is a right way to turn your losses into lessons. First, own the failure. Growth begins the moment you take full responsibility for your missteps. Blaming circumstances, people, or luck will only hold you back. Stand in your truth, and you'll find the power to change. Next, reflect. Don't dwell. Instead of replaying your mistakes with regret, ask yourself, what did I learn? What can I do differently next time? Reflection transforms regret into wisdom. Then keep showing up. The difference between those who lose and those who win isn't that the winners never failed. It's that they tried again, armed with the knowledge of what didn't work and the courage to risk another attempt. Every great success story is a story of persistence in the face of setbacks. Celebrate the progress, no matter how small. Even in failure, you are further along than you were yesterday. Every step, every effort, every lesson matters. And finally, detach failure from your identity. You may have failed at something, but you are not a failure. There is a world of difference. Failure is an event, not a definition. Don't let a single moment rewrite your entire story. Remember this: every champion was once the underdog. Every legend was once invisible. Every breakthrough was born from a breakdown. The people you admire most are not those who never stumbled, but those who turned their stumbles into stepping stones. You are not behind. You are becoming. You are not broken, you are building. Each setback is setting you up for something greater if you refuse to quit. The world needs more people willing to fall, learn, and rise again. People who see the beauty in the struggle and the purpose in the pain. So today, embrace failure, not as your finish line, but as your training ground. Dare to fail. Dare to try again. Dare to believe that the best version of you is on the other side of not giving up. Every sunrise is a new beginning. Every effort is a vote for your future self. Your story is still unfolding. and your yes is still being written. If you can learn how to fail well, you will succeed deeply. So, fail forward, rise higher, and above all, keep pushing. The journey is not about never falling. It's about always getting back up, stronger than before.
The spark versus the engine understanding true power. Many people chase the feeling of motivation. They believe it is the secret to achieving great things. But motivation is like the wind, always shifting. One day it pushes you forward with great strength. The next day it might disappear completely. Discipline, however, is a steady, reliable power. It is a choice you make, not just a feeling you have. This is the true groundwork for lasting success. Motivation is like a bright spark. Full of energy, it can ignite a new project or a big dream. This initial burst feels exciting and very powerful. It makes you want to start, to take that first step. Many great journeys begin with this spark. But a spark alone cannot keep a large fire burning. It quickly fades without more substantial fuel. Discipline is the strong engine that drives you. It keeps you moving forward, day after difficult day. It works even when the initial excitement is gone. It relies on your commitment and your daily habits. This is what carries you all the way to your goal. The fading flame. Why motivation isn't enough. Think of motivation as a very bright candle flame. When you first light it, it burns strong and tall. It fills you with warmth and a clear sense of purpose. You feel like you can conquer any challenge ahead. This initial feeling is incredibly encouraging. It makes difficult tasks seem suddenly possible. Many good intentions are born in this bright light, but this flame can be quite delicate. The problem is that feelings are not steady fuel. Motivation often comes from our current emotions. Emotions change like clouds in the sky. One day you feel inspired and full of energy. The next you might feel tired or discouraged. If your actions depend only on these feelings, then your progress will be very inconsistent. You cannot build lasting success on an unsteady base. When challenges arrive, and they always do, when the path gets steep or the work feels hard, that bright flame of motivation can start to flicker. This is why relying solely on motivation is risky. Forged in fire. David Goggins' path of discipline. David Goggins did not start as a hero. His early life was filled with pain and struggle. He faced poverty, prejudice, and personal demons. He was overweight and lacked clear direction. Motivation was not a feeling he often experienced. In fact, he often felt the exact opposite. He felt beaten down by life's difficulties. Many would have given up in his situation, but Goggins made a different choice. He did not wait for inspiration to magically appear. Instead, he embraced extreme, raw discipline. He decided to force himself to do hard things his mind and body screamed against doing. He started running, even when every step hurt. This was the beginning of his transformation. He pushed his limits every single day. He ran on injured legs to train for Navy SEALs. He entered ultra-marathons with little preparation. He learned to callous his mind, to ignore the pain. He taught himself to find strength in suffering. Discipline was not just an action, it became an identity. Section 4. The Champion's Code, Serena Williams' Relentless Drive. Serena Williams is a name known worldwide. She is a titan of tennis, a true champion. Her incredible career is filled with victories. Many people admire her talent and her power. They see the trophies and the global recognition. It is easy to think her success was just natural, or that she always felt motivated to be the best. But her journey tells a story of deep discipline. Imagine the dedication it takes to reach her level. Waking up early day after day for years, training for hours, even when your body is sore, even when you have already won so much. Serena did not always feel like practicing. There were surely days she felt tired or uninspired. She faced injuries, setbacks, and intense pressure. But her commitment went deeper than fleeting feelings. Her secret weapon was her unwavering discipline. She showed up on the court consistently. Whether she felt like it or not, she did the work. She hit thousands upon thousands of tennis balls. Section 5. Engineering Dreams, Elon Musk's Disciplined Vision. Elon Musk is famous for his audacious goals. He aims to transform transportation with electric cars. He wants to make humanity a multi-planetary species. These are visions that stretch the imagination. They inspire many people around the globe. But such enormous dreams require more than just ideas. They demand an extraordinary level of execution. Musk is not just a visionary, he is a relentless worker. Changing the world is incredibly challenging work. It means tackling problems others deem impossible. It involves facing constant skepticism and setbacks. Elon Musk is known for his intense work ethic. He often works 80 to 100 hours per week. He pours his life into his ambitious companies. This level of dedication goes far beyond simple passion. It is rooted in a profound and driving discipline. He does not stop when obstacles arise. He does not give in when projects face delays or failures. Section 6. Choosing strength, building your success on discipline. Motivation is a wonderful gift when it arrives. It can give you that initial push to start something new. It paints a bright and hopeful picture of your goals. Those first steps can feel almost effortless with it. It is good to embrace these moments of inspiration. Use their energy to launch your endeavors. But always remember, motivation is just the beginning. It alone will not carry you to the finish line. Discipline, on the other hand, is like a trusted guide. It is not always comfortable, but it is reliable. It is a conscious choice you make every single day. It is a skill you develop, a muscle that grows stronger. The more you use it, the more powerful it becomes. At first, acting with discipline can feel very hard, but over time, it transforms into a strong habit. A habit that serves you well in all you do. So make the deliberate choice to cultivate discipline. Choose to show up for your goals consistently, even when your warm bed calls to you, even when doubts whisper in your ear, even when progress seems slow or invisible.
You've heard it before. No one's done that before. You're not good enough. Stay in your lane. But what if I told you that every no you've ever heard was never about your potential? It was about their limits. Because when the world says no, it's your cue to say yes to yourself. This is how legends are made. And today, I'll show you why. We grow up believing that rejection is the end of the road, a closed door, a final verdict. We learn to interpret no as a stop sign, as if it's the universe telling us to turn back, give up, or settle for less. But what if rejection is actually something else? What if it's not a commentary on who you are, but a challenge? A mirror, reflecting whether you believe in yourself enough to keep going anyway. Let's look at J.K. Rowling. She was a single mother surviving on welfare, carrying a story that would one day change the world. She sent her manuscript out to 12 different publishers. 12 doors slammed in her face. 12 times she heard, no. But she said yes to herself. She kept believing, kept writing, kept submitting. And because she did, we have Harry Potter, a world that inspired millions and showed us that magic lives inside of us all. Imagine if she'd listened to the world instead of her own heart. Now think about Oprah Winfrey. Early in her career, she was told she was unfit for television. Imagine that. Today, Oprah's name is synonymous with inspiration and influence. That no could have ended her story. Instead, it sparked a fire that built a legacy. Here's the truth. Every no you hear is a test. Not a test of your talent, your worth, or your potential, but a test of your belief. Will you let someone else's limits become your own? Or will you use their doubt as fuel for your own journey? When you say yes to yourself, you do something radical. You send a message, not just to the world, but to yourself. I don't need permission to become who I'm meant to be. That yes is a seed. At first, it might not look like much. It might feel small, fragile, and alone. You'll water it with your tears, bury it in silence, nurture it through long nights filled with self-doubt and second-guessing. Sometimes, the world will seem louder than your own voice. But if you keep saying yes, if you keep nurturing that seed, something incredible happens. One day, it grows. It breaks through the soil. It stands tall, reaching for the sun. And the same people who once told you no will be the ones asking you how you did it. Saying yes to yourself doesn't mean you're fearless. It doesn't mean you never have doubts or worries or moments where you want to give up. It simply means you're brave enough to begin, even when you're afraid. It means you trust that your inner voice knows something the world doesn't see yet. Let me tell you a story. Picture a young man in New York City. He has an idea, not perfect, not polished, but burning inside of him. He pitches it to friends and family. They laugh. He posts about it online. No one notices. He tries again and again. each time facing rejection, each time hearing no. But he never stops saying yes to that voice inside him. He keeps showing up, keeps trying, keeps believing. Today, that same young man employs others. He inspires thousands. He didn't get here because everyone believed in him. He got here because he did. That young man could be you. Maybe your idea isn't perfect or your path isn't clear. Maybe you've faced laughter, silence, or even open rejection. But what matters isn't how many times you hear no. What matters is how many times you say yes to yourself, even when it's difficult, even when you're the only one. So let me ask you, what dream have you abandoned just because someone else didn't believe in it? What part of you have you silenced because the world said no? Let me tell you something. The world needs your voice, your vision, your fire. No one else can offer what you have inside. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for someone to open a door for you. Build your own door. Create your own table. Speak your truth before it's popular, before it's safe, before anyone else understands it. Every time you say yes to yourself, you rewrite your future. You take back control of your story. You give yourself the chance to become who you're meant to be. And here's the secret. When you believe in yourself, you give others permission to believe in themselves too. Your courage becomes contagious. Your yes echoes out, inspiring others to find their own. So the next time the world tells you no, I want you to smile. Because that's your sign, that's your cue. That's the universe's way of saying you're onto something real. Something worth fighting for, something worth believing in. And when that moment comes, I hope you remember this. Say yes to yourself, even if you're the only one who does. Because greatness never starts with a crowd. It starts with one person, one voice, one yes. If this message spoke to something deep inside you, if it reminded you of a dream, a hope, or a vision you've let slip away, now is the time to reclaim it. Hit that like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because someone out there is waiting for a reason to believe again. And maybe, just maybe, you're the one who can give it to them. So when the world says no, say yes to yourself, and watch how your life changes.
Pain. It arrives uninvited, like a sudden storm. Dark clouds gather, the wind picks up and rain falls hard. A heavy, aching feeling settles in our hearts. We do not choose this pain, it chooses us. Our first instinct is to push it away, but it demands attention. Ignoring it does not make it disappear. Pain can be a profound messenger, carrying important lessons. These lessons can change us and help us grow. If we find the courage to listen, we can learn. Running from pain means running from growth. We must face it directly with brave hearts. This is where our true journey begins. Pain can feel like an intense, consuming fire. It refines us like gold in a crucible, melting away pretenses. Character is forged in the heat of struggle. Each blow makes us stronger, more resilient. Our spirit grows through challenges that test our limits. We learn about our perceived limits and push past them. Pain brings surprising clarity, lifting the fog of distractions. Our priorities shift: love, connection, authenticity, purpose. These essential things shine brightly against the darkness of pain. This clarity is a hard-won but precious gift. Pain teaches us what truly matters most. It helps us see with new eyes. Adversity acts as a powerful mirror. It shows us an unfiltered reflection of ourselves. Our deepest fears, doubts, and vulnerabilities are exposed, but it also reveals our courage and resilience. The quiet decision to keep going, one more step. We see the fighter within us, refusing to give up. In hard times, we glimpse our potential. We see who we can become if we choose growth. Adversity reveals new possibilities and paths forward. It shows our true colors and inner resilience. We rise stronger than before, embodying post-traumatic growth. This is a testament to the human spirit's endurance. Stories of strength learning from those who overcame. Many great people have walked through unimaginable fire. They faced profound pain and devastating loss. Think of Nelson Mandela, who emerged with forgiveness, or Oprah Winfrey, who transformed her pain into empathy. J.K. Rowling faced rejections but created Harry Potter. Pain, when channeled, can be a powerful motivator. These stories are proof that struggles can lead to triumph. Our deepest wounds can become our greatest wisdom. They show us the way forward when we feel lost. They remind us we are not alone in our pain. Transformation is always possible. The journey, not the punishment. Understanding pain's process. Pain is not a punishment or a judgment on our worth. It is an inherent part of the human experience. Pain teaches us invaluable lessons if we are open. It can transform us profoundly if we allow it. Through this process, we learn resilience. Painful experiences help us build strength. Each challenge met strengthens our capacity to endure. Pain teaches focus, showing us what truly matters. It cuts through distractions, guiding us toward well-being. It strips away the superficial, leaving the essential. This focused clarity is a powerful gift. Dawn after darkness, finding breakthroughs in our breakdowns. Our darkest nights often precede the brightest dawn. Significant change is near when we feel most broken. Hope can emerge from the deepest despair. Our most painful breakdowns can become breakthroughs. Vulnerability holds immense potential for transformation. In our brokenness, we find new wholeness. This is the paradox of healing and growth. We discover new strengths and gain fresh perspectives. Pain teaches us a deeper understanding of life. Embrace pain, learn from it, and let it transform you. Your pain has a purpose, let it guide you.
Greatness is not a distant shore, reserved only for the gifted or the fortunate. It's a journey that belongs to those who dare to dream, persist, and rise again and again, no matter the circumstances. Throughout history, the most inspiring minds and voices have left us with words that serve as beacons, reminders of our potential, encouragement in moments of doubt, and fuel for our wildest ambitions. These words echo a universal truth. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. When passion is at the heart of effort, the impossible becomes possible. Each day presents a new canvas, and it's up to us to paint it with courage, resilience, and hope. Success is not a final destination, nor is failure a permanent scar. Both are fleeting, mere moments that pass along the path. What truly matters is the courage to continue. As Winston Churchill said, it is this courage that counts. Every dream, every goal, every ambition begins with a single step. The shot you choose to take, even if you're unsure. Wayne Gretzky reminds us, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. When fear whispers that you can't, remember Henry Ford's words. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. The power of belief shapes reality. If you believe you can, you're already halfway there. Time waits for no one, and the clock is relentless. But as Sam Levinson wisely advised, don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. Your life is not written by the winds of fate, but by the decisions you make. You are not a product of your circumstances, but of your choices. Every hardship, every setback, is a stepping stone. C.S. Lewis knew that hardships prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. As Eleanor Roosevelt so beautifully said, dream big and dare to fail. Each act, no matter how small, has the power to make a difference. William James reminds us, act as if what you do makes a difference. Because it does. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. With each new day comes new strength and new thoughts. The harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. Remember, you're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Sometimes courage doesn't roar. Sometimes it's the quiet voice at the end of the day that says, "I will try again tomorrow." It's persistence. It's resilience. It's the decision to rise after every fall. Everything you've ever wanted lives on the other side of fear. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Progress is made bit by bit. Little by little, a little becomes a lot. When the road gets tough, when it feels like you're going through hell, keep going. Impossible is just a word until it's done. Every one of us can make a difference. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Limit your always and your nevers. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Champions aren't defined by their wins, but by how they recover when they fall. Push yourself, for no one else can do it for you. If people doubt your potential, go so far that you can't hear them anymore. Make your life a masterpiece. Imagine no limitations on what you can be, have, or do. Face your fears. Do one thing every day that scares you. Be so good they can't ignore you. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Work hard in silence. Let your success be the noise. Champions keep playing until they get it right. Don't limit your challenges. Challenge your limits. Make each day your masterpiece. You were born to make an impact, not just to fit in. Creativity takes courage, and leadership is not about titles. It's about impact. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Don't aim for success as an end. Do what you love and believe in, and success will follow. Your legacy is being written by yourself with every decision you make. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. True leaders have the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to others. We rise by lifting others. Create the highest, grandest vision possible for your life, for you become what you believe. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Believe in yourself, even when no one else does. That alone makes you a winner. Success is not just what you accomplish, but what you inspire others to do. Be the change you wish to see in the world. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. You don't have to be perfect. You only have to be better than you were yesterday. Your voice matters. Your story matters. Your dreams matter. Clarity comes from engagement, not thought. What you do has far greater impact than what you say. Don't just aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference. Life will test you. It's not whether you get knocked down, but whether you get up. Sometimes, rock bottom becomes the solid foundation on which you rebuild your life. Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. Sometimes we're tested not to show our weaknesses, but to discover our strengths. Storms make trees take deeper roots. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. Pain is temporary. Quitting lasts forever. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. You never fail until you stop trying. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't. The comeback is always stronger than the setback. Never confuse a single defeat with a final defeat. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. You were given this life because you are strong enough to live it. Rock bottom is the beginning of a new chapter. Tough times never last, but tough people do. When everything seems to be going against you, remember, the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. The struggle you're in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. Don't count the days, make the days count. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Great minds have purposes. Others have wishes. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people merely exist. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Your purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it. What you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others. You don't find the happy life, you make it. Live your truth. Express your love. Share your enthusiasm. Take action towards your dreams. Walk your talk. The goal isn't to live forever, but to create something that will. Make your life a story worth telling. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. Leave a legacy that inspires others to rise. Live for what sets your soul on fire. You have within you right now everything you need to deal with whatever the world can throw at you. Purpose is the reason you journey. Passion is the fire that lights the way. Don't live the same year 75 times and call it a life. Live fully. Love deeply. Leave boldly. Let these words be the fuel that powers your journey. Let doubt fade and courage rise. Remember, greatness is not a matter of luck or circumstance, but of persistence, vision, and the unshakable belief that you can shape your destiny. The world is waiting for your story. Write it boldly, live it bravely, and leave a legacy that will inspire generations to come. Keep pushing.
Ever look at someone crushing it and wonder, how do they do it? Maybe you feel envy, or just confusion. You see people launching businesses, getting fit, learning new skills, while you feel stuck, running in place. It's frustrating. But the difference isn't talent, money, or luck. Many start from tough places and still rise. What's their secret? It's how they use their time. Everyone gets the same 24 hours. No more for the rich, no less for the poor. The successful entrepreneur, the dedicated parent, the top student, they all get 24 hours. Time is the great equalizer. So if time isn't the variable, what is? It's the quality of attention and intention you bring to your hours. Some treat time as precious, others let it slip away to distractions and procrastination. The real question isn't do you have time, but how will you invest it? Every day is a new opportunity. High achievers grab it with both hands, they protect their time fiercely, they don't let fear or distractions steal it. The difference is in the decision to use time wisely. Are you ready to make that decision? Your next 24 hours are waiting. What will you do with them? 24 hours. That's the deal for everyone. No one can buy or invent more time. Each day is a fresh start, a clean slate. This is powerful. You can't say, if only I had more time. The people you admire have the same hours as you. They're just making different choices. This realization is liberating. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. You have a daily allowance of moments. You can fill them with purpose, or let them drift away. The power is in your hands. Yes, circumstances differ, but the clock ticks the same for all. If you feel behind, it's not because you got less time. It's about what you do with your allotment. Are you spending your minutes or investing them? Think of your day as a budget, not of money, but of minutes. You get 1,440 each day. Where are they going? Toward your goals or lost to distractions? You are the manager of your time budget. You decide where each minute goes. You have the same 24 as everyone else. Use them wisely. Time isn't the real challenge. Focus is. In a world of constant distractions, your ability to direct attention is everything. Focus is like a muscle. Train it and it grows stronger. If you let every ping and notification pull you away, your focus weakens. But practice concentrating on one thing at a time and you build real strength. The key isn't more hours, but more focused moments. Multitasking, it's a myth. You're just switching tasks, losing time and quality. Imagine trying to fill leaky buckets. You spill everywhere and nothing gets done well. Scattered focus leads to busy work, not progress. True achievers treat focus as a superpower. They go deep, produce better work, and learn faster. Focus is the gateway to flow, that state where you're fully absorbed and at your best. It's not accidental. It's built through discipline. Protect your focus, and you'll get more from every hour. The difference between busy and productive? It's all in your focus. Train it daily. Make focus your edge. Let's look at real people making their minutes count. Sarah, a single parent, works full-time and cares for 2 kids. She wakes at 5 a.m. to study for her nursing degree. 1 hour, every day, no excuses. David, a young entrepreneur, started his business with little money or connections. He broke big goals into daily tasks, blocked time for each, and said no to distractions. Maria, a student from a modest background, aims for a scholarship. After classes and work, she spends 2 focused hours in the library, phone off, every night. These aren't stories of luck or genius, they're about discipline and intention. Sarah, David, and Maria all have the same 24 hours. They face challenges and responsibilities but make conscious choices. They identify what matters, carve out time, and protect it fiercely. Small, consistent efforts add up to big results. They don't wait for perfect moments. They create them, one disciplined hour at a time. Their lives prove what's possible when you master your minutes. Ordinary people, extraordinary results. What's their secret? Intentionality. They invest in themselves daily. They don't let excuses win. They show what's possible for anyone. You can do the same. Start with 1 hour. Make it count. Repeat. That's how transformation happens. What will your story be? Being busy isn't the same as being productive. You can fill your day with low-impact tasks and still get nowhere. The first shift: swap busy for effective. Track your time for a week. You might be shocked where it goes. Awareness is the first step to change. Identify your high-impact activities, the 20% that drive 80% of your results. Prioritize and schedule these tasks like unmissable appointments. Work smarter, not just harder. Reduce distractions. Turn off notifications. Set email times. Create a focus-friendly environment. Communicate your needs. Let others know when you need uninterrupted time. It's not rude, it's respecting your goals. When you focus on effectiveness, you get more done in less time. You feel accomplished, not just exhausted. Make effectiveness your new standard. Busy is out, impact is in. Overhauling your schedule is overwhelming, so start small. Pick one daily, non-negotiable discipline that moves you toward your goal. It could be 30 minutes of writing, a 20-minute walk, or 15 minutes of language practice. The key is consistency, no excuses. This daily action becomes your anchor, your guaranteed win. Small wins build momentum and confidence. They create a ripple effect, inspiring better choices elsewhere. Protect this habit fiercely. Schedule it, guard it, make it happen. It's not about stress, it's about progress. Over time, one consistent action leads to transformation. Start today. Pick your one thing. Make it non-negotiable. Watch your progress grow. One win a day, every day. That's how big change begins. The third shift: protect your time like a fortress. Good intentions and plans mean nothing if you let distractions or others steal your hours. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to what doesn't align with your priorities. Build walls around your focused time blocks. Treat them as sacred. Communicate your boundaries clearly and politely. Most people will respect your focused time if you set expectations. Saying no is a skill. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to your goals. Practice saying no gracefully. Thanks, but I can't take that on right now. This isn't selfish, it's strategic. Your time is valuable, don't let others take it. Start small. Say no to one unnecessary request this week. As you get comfortable, expand your boundaries. Building your time fortress takes courage and vigilance. But the reward? More time and energy for what matters. Guard your hours fiercely. Your future self will thank you. You have the tools. Be effective. Commit to one daily win and protect your time. These aren't theories. They're practical steps that can change your life. The power is in your hands. What will you do with your next 24 hours? Tomorrow is a blank canvas. 1,440 minutes to use with intention. Will you let them slip away or seize them for progress? Even a tiny step forward is still progress. Pick one thing you've put off. Give it 30 minutes tomorrow. Repeat for a week, a month, a year. The results will astound you. Your hours are a blank canvas. Will you create a blur of chaos or a focused masterpiece? The choice is yours. Claim your hours. Start now. What will you create with your 24 hours?